Wydoe Podcast, episode 30, UFC 281 prediction show. Let's go.
Wide.
I think so.
I
That's what he
think
said.
WHUDO.
Wide.
Oh, and I'm rolling while I drink. I hope that I can get your number and your name. I'm rolling backwards with a bottle of Bombay, and I might let the liquor speak just to see if I finally found the freak. Cause I'm rolling while I drink. I hope that I can get your number and your name. I'm rolling backwards with a bottle of Bombay, and I might let the liquor speak just to see if
Thank you, Wydoe.
if I finally found a freak. Cause I'm rolling while I drink. I hope that I can get your number and your name. I'm rolling backwards with a bottle of Bombay, and I might let the liquor speak, baby.
And just like that, baby, we are officially live on the official Wydoe Podcast with your boy Wydoe. And I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate anybody that's going to watch moving forward. Tonight's show is officially episode 30. Thank you so much for tuning in this long. Shout out to myself for keeping it rolling. Okay, most people quit things after 5, 6, 7 tries. We're at number 30. Wait till we're at episode 300. We'll look back like, damn, boy. We're on the way. Today's show, UFC 281, is tomorrow. A huge, massive fight card in the UFC. A great fight card for all mixed martial artist fans. So we're going to break it down, give a little prediction show, put our money where our mouth is, see our records. I did okay last time. The Dagestanis came in and shut Oliveira up. New contest, same Brazilians. What we're going to do. Without further ado, though, my guest co-host tonight is my brother, backcourt legend, Bundy Man, billionaire. How we feeling, Bundy? How you feeling, dog? Welcome to the Wydoe Podcast.
Big Wydoe, thank you for having me as always. Fight weekend. It's always a good weekend.
Listen, not only is it a fight weekend, this is a championship fight weekend, my brother.
In the Garden, too.
In the Garden, Madison Square. Okay, Style Bender, Alex Pereira headlining the event. This is huge, Al Money. This is the Style Bender here.
Mega fight. This is the first time, really, I think, going into a Style Bender fight where, and I'm sure he feels the same way, where he's, coming in with that chip on his shoulder. It's because there's history involved and things like that. So I'm excited, man.
I mean, he's definitely coming in as the favorite. He's obviously the champ. He's never really lost in middleweight. He's never lost in middleweight. He only lost when he went up to Jan Blachowicz, lost that. But this is the guy, for the people that don't know, Alex Pereira is only 6-1 in MMA. He is a kickboxing phenom. Really, really good. Really, really feared. Heavy hands. And he actually has already fought Israel Adesanya in kickboxing twice. Knocked him out cold once and beat him in a decision in the next fight. So this is somebody very familiar with Style Bender. Style Bender's very familiar with him, but not in these terms. 4-ounce gloves in the octagon on the biggest stage. And now Israel is the man and has definitely developed his game moving forward. Al Money, how hyped are you for this main event card?
Oh, I can't wait, man. It's going to be a good one. And I think that what I like most about it is the fact that there is history involved. What I think the aspect a lot of people aren't talking about is those victories Pereira had over Adesanya was in a completely different sport, although it is a combat sport as well. Like you said, times have certainly changed, probably more so for Adesanya than for as opposed to Pereira since that, last time they would have fought. So it's going to be fun, though, because like I said, last couple of Izzy fights, and I'm sure he would tell you this himself, have been not as exciting as some of his earlier ones when he first got in the UFC and whatnot. But with the history involved, I feel like this is going to be just fireworks. And then, of course, there's, the whole main card. It's just going to be fireworks. And something about them Madison Square Garden cards, for some reason, they just bring back good memories to me, man. Being in that New York City, a little different environment than Las Vegas, East Coast. There's something about them. I got a lot of memorable moments from watching cards in the Garden. So I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait.
Yeah. And I mean, let's go ahead and break it down. We just had to give a little quick preview of what the main event is, obviously, but now we will go ahead and we'll work our way down from the bottom. Now, the prelims does have a few fights here, Al Money, that is intriguing to me.
Yeah, yeah.
One being these are the early prelims. So the actual prelims, which will be on ESPN,
Molly
right
the
here
Meatball.
from across the pond. Yeah,
Molly
a real
you know,
scouser. Yeah.
I was gonna say, I rock with she's a big underdog, and Blanchfield is actually pretty solid. But yeah, I'm pulling for Molly the Meatball. How could I not?
How
It's
can you
your
not?
boy, Biggie.
I mean, coming
That
off
is
of
Reggie Bush dressed up as a Wendy's biggie bag.
Fries.
coming off of two spinning elbows, hellbows they call them, 2 knockouts back to back. She's always fought with Patty. This is the first time I've seen her fought without Patty Pimblett on the same card. So will she be able to hold it down, representing the London?
I honestly didn't even know she was on the
Scouser.
card until I saw the damn the weigh-ins and stuff. So that was a little pleasant surprise for me, to be honest, because Patty's actually, I'm surprised they didn't wait, because Patty comes to the States for the first time next month in Vegas on the the Glover card. But I like Molly. I'm gonna be rooting for her, of course. Like I said, I come from a British descent, so to say. So I'm gonna be pulling for her. She's a big under. I didn't know she was that big of an underdog until you just showed me, though, from a betting
Let me pull that back up. So she's a plus, I believe, 310 underdog. Going up against somebody with 1 loss. And to be honest, that's probably because I believe the Erin, I don't know too much about Erin Blanchfield, American. I'm pretty sure, though, we'll look her up. I'm pretty sure that she is a wrestling dominant fighter. So
I feel like she's coming off a pretty
lot of decisions, a submission her last fight.
Maverick. That's who I saw this chick beat. Was a Miranda Maverick. I watched that one. Yep. Okay. I know
Maverick was hyped for a little bit. Yep, you're right.
I knew I recognized the name.
So you're gonna ride with the Scouser, yeah?
How can I not? I gotta go with, what I'm saying, Molly the Meatball. The Barstool crew should be in the building. Talking that cash share. My boy Portnoy, Dave Portnoy, and them should be in there, what I'm saying, giving it up, getting rowdy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with the upset for the first pick of the day. I'll pop things off with an upset, shake it up a bit.
Yeah, they got Molly as a plus 310 underdog here.
Yeah.
Aaron is a minus 400 favorite. This might even be the biggest odds on the entire card, and if I'm not mistaken here. It is by a long shot. So a plus 310 underdog in Molly is a bettor's dream. If you like the momentum, if you like hype, if you like chance, Molly's cashed in on you a lot of times, twice in a row.
Yeah, definitely. With in style too. At that in style, in a static fashion. So
in style. Appreciate your boxing MMA 365. I think it's gonna be a great card, man. 281, cannot wait. MSG, fireworks flying. Because sometimes, the Abu Dhabi, if people have to go overseas, the time change, adjust, it's kind of hard for them. But when you're coming to the States, you're in MSG, you're going to adapt. Style bender, you're going to come here early.
Lights are bright. Yeah, lights are going to be bright. I mean, the Dubai is cool. It's cool because it only happens every now and then. But, I enjoyed it, the whole day card thing, but it's nothing like fight night. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's called fight night for a reason.
Come on,
you know what I'm saying? Let's wait for the lights to get bright and let them boys go out there and do their thing.
And here I got another interesting fight from me in the prelims. This is the return of Dominic Reyes. Dominic Reyes is coming off 3 straight losses. Okay, his decision loss to John Jones, which some people thought that he edged John Jones. One of the only people that really gave John a hard fight. Very
close fight. Very, very close fight.
After that, he kind of got perplexed into dominant big fights. After that, deservingly so. And he took 2 KO losses. Jan Blachowicz knocked his ass out for the belt. And then Yuri Prochazka knocked his ass out with a crazy, insane spinning elbow. But he was destroying him the entire fight. But Dominic looked good, bro. Dominic never is a guy that's just, getting ragdolled, pushed around. But I think when you looked that good against John Jones, unfortunately, now you have been perplexed into top, competition. And he's still a young fighter, in my opinion. So.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where he certainly elevated his game the night he fought John Jones, because going into it, I'm sure he was a mega huge underdog, so to say. So I think he, outperformed expectations. You're right, though. I mean, since then, 2 losses since then, hasn't quite really lived up to any of the post John Jones hype. So, I mean, I'm guessing this is probably like a make or break kind of thing for him, is what I would look at it.
This is probably a make or get cut fight for him, unfortunately.
Yeah. And he's on the prelims, so you got to think. Just think about how crazy this shit changes over time. He went from main event fighting John Jones, arguably the greatest fighter to ever step in the octagon, to the prelims.
Yeah.
That's how the fight game is, man. If you're not winning, then
that's the fight game. That's literally how it is. That's literally, you know, it's on to the next. And as they are, we are on to the next, brother.
That's it. I'm gonna go with Reyes in this one, though. I think he scrapes up a victory. I think it'll just be a 3-round fight. I think he'll get off to a good start early. I don't know a whole lot about the other guy. I see Reyes look like he was like a -200 or something favorite. So I'm gonna take Reyes, man. I think he's obviously stepped down in competition again. So I think he'll come to fight. I'm sure he knows what we just said, that if he doesn't perform too well, then
he's not done. He understands. He understands contracts. His agents are telling him. So I'm gonna take Reyes because you have no other fucking choice but to win. You know what I'm saying? Devo, what up, big brother? I see you, my dog. Breaking down UFC 281 here. Gonna keep it quick, keep it short. Moving on to the main card. Looking at Dan Hooker.
Hooker.
Another guy that's could be a make or break fight here. This is a guy that claimed he was gonna, retire at one point, walk away. Here he goes. Claudio Puelles. Who knows if that's right or wrong? Probably terribly wrong, but he's got a little height advantage over this guy. A little bit of reach over him. Switch stands for southpaw. Hooker definitely mixes it up well. But Hooker just does not take damage well, in my opinion. He has not shown that he can take it very much.
How old is Hooker nowadays? I know he's been around for a little. Do you know how old he is roughly?
No clue. He's not that old. He's Izzy's boy. He runs with them in that crew. He's from Australia or New Zealand. I'm sorry.
New Zealander.
But quick guess. I'm gonna go Hooker gets a loss here.
Yeah, I was gonna say I kind of think Hooker's one of those guys, whether he's ready to admit it or not. I think he's kind of on his way out the door. And like you said, with him not taking damage, great. I just got a feeling this younger guy will probably just come in and rock him a few times and just, you know what I mean? I just kind of think Hooker's a little weathered at this point in his career. So I just feel like if this guy, cracks him with a couple shots, I don't really see Hooker responding too well from it. So I'm going to go with my man, Claudio.
Shout out to Devo letting me know he's 32. Hooker's 32, which is not that old. You know what I mean?
That's not that old.
Yeah, especially as a pro. He's been in the UFC a while. MMA 365, appreciate it, man. Why I'm trying to get these names, but took a guess at it.
He's one of the dudes.
Pretty well.
He must have came in the UFC at a pretty young age, because he's had some fights already. And that is the thing. though. Hooker is obviously he's had some big name fights. Dan Hooker for sure. So he's been in there with top guys.
I mean, he welcomed Michael Chandler into the UFC. He was his first fight. Unfortunately, he got his ass knocked out, but that was a big step, Hook, and that was that. The UFC does that, and I appreciate that they do that. Even if you're kind of like a guy that's not in the championship running, but you're kind of still in the running, you're still him. They'll use you as a make or break fight, or they'll use you as a determiner fight for a young and upcoming guy, a new guy from a different contest. And I love that because that gives you, Dan Hooker, a chance. If you would have sparked Michael Chandler, your value would have gone up.
Absolutely, way up.
But it's Michael Chandler time. It's hey. I'll see you at the top.
And that dude's got fucking pure energy, man. His energy is amazing.
And speaking of that, let's go ahead and bring it right on now. This is one of my favorite fights of the night. They're saying the fighters fight. This is Dustin Poirier, a lightweight fight. Dustin Poirier against Michael Chandler.
No, I'm about equally as excited for this one as I am for the main event. I think this is an absolute banger of a fight.
I mean, coming in already, Dustin Poirier at -230 favorite. Michael Chandler getting a +190 underdog nod. A little bit shorter. Didn't look that short on the way in. I thought Dustin would have looked taller. He really did not.
Me too. I had the same.
They both look like they want to have fun. They both look like they're excited for this fight.
Oh, they gonna throw hands in there for sure.
We know what Michael Chandler does. He walks to the middle and he does not fuck around. And
hey,
he loves Dustin can bang. Dustin has great boxing, great distance.
They're gonna throw hands in there. That's why I'm really excited for this one. These are two dudes that I don't see it turning into a wrestling match. I see them in the paint.
We'll do it like this. I'll give you my pick. I'll tell you why. You give me your pick. You tell me why. I'm gonna go on this fight. I'm going Dustin Poirier. I love both of them. As a fan, I would not mind to see Michael Chandler fucking have another crazy knockout, but I feel that's the only way Michael Chandler wins. At this point in his career, I don't even think he's looking for decisions or to go to a judge. He's just not even in there for that. I believe Dustin Poirier is still trying to get back at that belt. I think Dustin Poirier is still trying to be one of the best lightweights in the division in the world. So, and then we know he can survive the war. We know he can survive the leg kicks with Gaethje. We know he can survive a war with Eddie Alvarez. He can go spark Conor twice. Dustin is very, very good. Just doesn't mix well with a Oliveira or a Dagestani named Khabib.
Yeah.
In this fight, Allen, I see Dustin Poirier coming in, trading serious blows. Michael Chandler wants to trade, but Dustin is okay with that. He's a very nice boxer. He's slick, so I think he will be okay in the fire, and I think he will catch Michael Chandler, and it will be a knockout.
Knockout, Dustin Poirier, knockout? Wow.
First or second round, Dustin Poirier.
Okay. Well, you know, I'm a guy that loves the debate, but I actually have to agree with you on this one. I'm going to go Dustin Poirier. Chandler's pretty tough. But Oliveira, did Oliveira TKO Chandler? He did, right?
I didn't hear you. What's that?
Did Oliveira TKO Chandler? He did, right?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
It wasn't super crazy. I mean, he clipped him, he knocked him down, he kind of hurt him a little bit more, and then they called it in the second round, early in the second round. First round, Michael Chandler dropped him, then early in that second round.
But I just trying to retrace my thoughts. But I'm gonna go Dustin Poirier, and the reason, kind of similar to what you said, is I look at Poirier's losses in the UFC outside of the early one when he lost to Conor. I mean, he got submitted by Khabib, got submitted by Oliveira, and I don't really take Chandler as the kind of guy that's just gonna try to grapple with Dustin Poirier, who is a great, and Poirier is also, that wouldn't be smart for Chandler because Poirier is great on the ground and a great grappler. He's a black belt, so I just see them in the paint, and I just think Dustin's kind of going to outbox him. So I could see Dustin probably stopping him in the second round. I think he'll just hit him just because Michael Chandler's not going to shy away from the fight, so to say. So and just with Dustin in the paint like that, like with them both in the paint, I think Dustin just a couple of them shots, just, you know what I'm saying? I just see him rocking them. But I like Chandler a lot. Like, I love the energy that he brings to the table. So, you know, he's not a guy I'm ever rooting against, but yeah, in this fight, I'm gonna go Dustin Poirier with a TKO stoppage.
But I'm make it clear on this Wydoe podcast, I'm never right. I'm never definitive. You know, I'm just kind of giving my opinion either way. I'm not surprised either way. But JL here made a good point, you know, because I can definitely, I can see Michael Chandler winning a bunch of ways. He is a really good wrestler. We know that from Bellator. He just doesn't do it as much. I think he knows his time clock is running out. He wants excitement. Fuck him. We ball. Give the fans something to root for.
And he's admitted that. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. That's what he said as soon as he came into the UFC. So like that
makes him more dangerous. But JL literally put right here, you know, the MMA math, the styles don't really mean much because Dustin did kind of struggle with Dan Hooker.
Yeah.
And Michael Chandler's fucking walked down Dan Hooker. But I also feel like in that fight, Jay, I think Dan Hooker felt a little bit of pressure. I think Dan Hooker knows that he was welcoming the Michael Chandler, the lightweight guy from Bellator. So he kind of maybe shrugged him off as a little short guy. Maybe he took him too serious. I don't know. But we all know Hooker was in a dark path at that point. That's after that is when he was talking about retirement and shit. He's too young for that. So I don't know. But I believe Dustin has gotten so much better over the years. Those two Conor fights were big for him. And I just don't see Michael Chandler coming. I think he'll kick his legs. Justin Gaethje destroyed Poirier's legs. I don't know how he won that fight in Gaethje's hometown. That was a fucking war.
Yeah.
And as much as it is impressive that he made that war, a lot of times moving forward, you're never the same.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, it's an electrifying fight that I'm extremely excited for. So, I mean, I'm just excited to watch that fight as a fan, but I'm leaning towards Poirier winning. I just think he's a little more well-rounded at this point in his career.
Devo, great point. That I watched that fight back the other day. Michael Chandler and Tony Ferguson. The first round was a little off. The first round was a little weird. I thought it was more. I thought it was going to be more exciting, to be honest, in my opinion.
Yeah, it got off to a slower start than what people remember because everyone just remembers that knockout. But if you go back in time, it did get off to a slightly slower start than what you would have expected. I don't think this one gets off to a slow start though. I see these guys throwing hands early, trading blows.
I see him throwing hands early. I mean, do they even have another option?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just don't see it. I don't see a world where they don't go out there and just bang. I
Keep
don't
it riding
like
for a
it. But it'll be fun though either way. I mean, this is one of those fights where the real winner is the fans. You know what I'm saying? Just that we have the chance to watch a fight like this. So I look forward to that. And Chandler's a fun dude too. So he's one of them dudes. He's definitely got that potential to just end the fight off one shot. So that always makes it exciting. But this is a fight that is like a main event quality fight. So we're in for a treat that we get this on top of the Adesanya. Weili will be the co-main. So yeah, man, the Garden always delivers too. Every fight night in the Garden. It's been some good ones. Over the years.
My bad, brother.
All good, my guy.
First round finish, Devo. I see it second. I see him a feeling out match. I do not think we will see what we saw with Gaethje and Chandler, the come out literally off the belt fucking war zone gladiator. Poirier's smarter than that.
Yeah, can you top that? Like that's asking a lot to ask to see another version of that fight. That's asking a lot. But like you said, Poirier is a little more of takes a bit more of a calculated approach than like a Justin Gaethje, who's just a madman.
Yeah, a madman in a good way though. I can't.
Yeah. I respect Gaethje. Leg kicks are serious for sure.
Yeah, I mean it's something that you need in your game. So now moving right along, brother. We won't keep this video going too long. We just want to get our picks in just to see what we can do, see our records moving forward in all these UFC fights. This is gonna be a great card. I cannot believe we're finally here. Izzy, we're getting there. Later the
Shout
fight.
out to Dana White, man. That's one thing you gotta love about a UFC is the best fighters are going to fight the best fighters. You don't have to worry about it.
I agree right here, 100%. The later the fight goes, more Dustin, and that's whoever Dustin fights. But outside of a Khabib, and he just the guillotine he gassed out. Dustin is great, so good later on when the power just isn't there, the legs aren't there, but his boxing is always there.
It'll be it's a 3-round fight too. Keep that in mind.
3-round fight, right? So they got to put the pace up, but I think they use it as a first round feel out, second round war, third if we're still standing.
If the third round, if they're both still standing, then yeah, it's just like you said, it's just gonna be a slugfest to see who outlasts who kind of thing. Either way, though, like I said, the real winners in a fight like that are the fans.
So you got Dustin. I'm going Dustin round 2 early.
I'm going Dustin TKO round 2
early.
Stop him. Yeah, I think we'll stop him.
Just because same thing as the last time with Michael Chandler. Even if he sparks you, even if he's doing great, that second round when you have to come back, he's vulnerable.
Yeah.
And once you go down a couple times, it's always there. And Dustin really knows how to connect with his punches. Add the power to it. I mean,
Dustin's a great boxer too. I think that people don't talk about Dustin enough is like when they mention like some of the best boxers in the UFC, like Dustin could throw hands. So, I'm taking that in consideration too for a guy like Chandler who's gonna, like you said, he's gonna want to come bring the fight. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's not gonna want to come be passive, or he wants to come put on a show. He's voiced that time and time again. So I expect him to come out with that same aggressive approach. And I just think Dustin, I just see him clipping him a couple times in that second round and just a couple shots that Chandler can't take.
Yeah. It's my first time taking the goddamn headphones off, dog. So if it sounds weird, you got to let me know. People in the chat, please let me know. I'm giving it a shot just because it's a little bit more comfy without the goddamn things on my head,
Nah, yeah, you're golden.
But moving right along, still on the main event, this is a title fight, ladies and gentlemen. Carla Esparza, Yang Weili, okay, trying to get her belt back. This is a big fight in the women's strawweight division.
It is.
Esparza just knocked out and beat Rose Namajunas.
Yep.
So she is definitely top tier in this division. I think she's on like a 5-fight win streak. Let me just go check. Yang Weili, she had those 2 losses. I think she's back on her shit though.
She lost to Thug Rose twice. She just beat somebody though. She beat
Joanna again.
There you go. Yeah. I like Weili. I'm gonna go Weili
in too, but the second Rose fight, I was not that impressed. I think the first one, everyone thought that she just got knocked out. That's when she got knocked out from that leg kick.
Yeah.
Rose was crying. Everyone thought it was just kind of like a fluke. But the second fight, when they ran it back, I was really impressed with Rose. And
I had Zhang Weili winning the second fight when they fought, and she definitely underperformed in my eyes. But you know how it is, though. Every fight's different. You know how this shit goes. This shit don't matter how you looked in your last fight. This shit matters how you go look in the next fight, so to say. So I'm gonna go Zhang Weili. But as far as just to be taken serious, though, I mean, that last
5-fight win
fight
streak,
was-
as you see right there. I mean,
Yep.
can't deny
That says
that.
it all. And that's all top. Those are all top ladies and stuff too that she's fighting. You know what I'm saying? She's not fighting no scrubs, so to say. I mean, that Thug Rose fight was pretty painful to watch. So I'm hoping
And
that it's
and
a
what
little more
kill-
exciting.
And what kills me, bro, is Carla Esparza's coming in here as the champ. Just beat the champ, who's already beat Weili twice. And they got her as the underdog, plus 270. And they're giving Weili a minus 340 favorite. To me, that's insane. I mean, obviously, we know how dominant she was. But, bitch, she got knocked out twice by the same person. And then this girl beat her, knocked her out. So how can we even consider – lost Allen for a second. He'll be back. Boost Mobile's okay. But how can we even consider making her the underdog? That's confusing to me. I don't know if they fought before. I do not think that they fought in the past. Sometimes that goes into consideration if you fought before. But I'll be honest here. Weili's 5'4". She's 3 inches taller than Carla. I did not expect that. But she is a grappling phenom, Esparza is. She's very good at takedowns. I mean, I like the stand-up, 62% significant strikes. Same reach. Listen, Bundy's back. Shout out to Boost Mobile. We back, baby.
The sound just went completely blank, but we good. We back. We back. Like
Yeah, it is what it is. It's 2022.
Yeah, so
I'm going to go ahead and just take the champ. I think it's disrespectful to put the champ as an underdog in any aspect. I just think that's disrespectful. So I'm going to go Carla. And this is a 5-round fight, bro. This is a fucking championship fight. So she's in no rush. I feel like Weili's always in a rush.
correct. That's a good point.
If I'm betting here, I'm putting a lot on Carla, and I might even put a separate bet on that. Just because I might even put a women's special bet, bro, on the Carla and on Molly.
And Molly the meatball, that gets you some money right there. Those two. Put those two on a parlay, 2-leg parlay, that get you some money.
Okay, I
mean, if you're a bettor,
I don't got
you
my betting
got
guy in
somebody to
here,
throw.
so we're not doing too much betting, but I'm giving free game out here. This is a
If
jackpot.
you are a bettor though, and you got some money to throw around, I would consider doing a 2-leg, just putting both of them on, throw like a whatever you could afford on there. But even like a quick little 20, 30, 50 bucks will get you a nice return on investment in the event.
Adam, they're here.
Thank you, Wydoe.
Thank you.
So you're welcome, okay? Just take the bet as it is, okay? Cash it out. You're welcome. We gave it
That's
to you.
it. That's it. Don't say we didn't do nothing for you.
Now moving right along, dog. Won't keep you too much longer.
To the main
We've
event.
all been here to see. What we've all been here to know about who you got. Main event, middleweight title fight. Israel Stylebender Adesanya against Alex Pereira. Okay. The one man to beat Izzy, the one man to spark and knock him out cold and beat him another time in kickboxing, respectfully. Now we're in MMA. Now we're in Izzy's kingdom, his domain.
Neck of the woods.
And let's get it clear. Even back then in kickboxing, Izzy was Izzy. They were talking cash shit. They were definitely heated. But that's why when he sparked him, Alex kind of went down on his ice cold body and was talking shit in Portuguese. But they got real beef. They got real drama. It's real competition here. Sometimes I think the Brazilians are even more scary just because you can't trash talk them. You know, you don't know how serious they are. We know how serious their training is. They live in the goddamn favelas. But this is a personal fight for Alex. He's already in a title contention fight, which is amazing. This cat buds in like it's nothing.
Yeah, he kind of skipped the line a bit, but I mean, Izzy said it himself. This is one of those. Except look at the babies. This is one of the.
Who do you think's
rare
gonna win, baby?
exceptions. Who does she have?
You got Stylebender, or you got the Brazilian? Stylebender? Okay. I think she's got Stylebender. Bundy, you're back. You got to mute your mic. Unmute your mic, brother. Anyway, I don't want to get his shit back up. So listen, this is a huge fight. This is the main event of the weekend. It's what everybody wants to see. Hector, brother, let me know if you want to call in. I know we're going to do it again tomorrow morning for the pre-show. pre-fight on fight day, just because sometimes the opinion will change once I look at it. The weigh-ins were tonight, the ceremonial weigh-ins. The real weigh-ins were this morning. Both made weight. Everybody's on point. Nobody pulled a Hamzat. Baby girl NYC, look at her. She can't rock without Adesanya. You feel some type of way because of his pearls. I agree, but he's one of these new, millennial. He's representing for our generation. He's kind of free spirit, freestyle. He's the style bender, I guess. What he's saying. He's a huge Naruto fan. He's a fucking anime guy. He's definitely out there, but you cannot deny the man he knocks people out.
Oh, he's the real deal. Yeah, he's the real deal. Did you give your prediction already?
No, you can go ahead first, and then I'll round it up.
I'm going Israel Adesanya here, man. He's got a chip on his shoulder this time around for the first time in some fights now. He's going to be fighting like he's got something to prove. This is a whole different sport. This is not kickboxing. I respect the kickboxing wings. Kickboxing is its own sport, though. This is the UFC. This is that mixed martial arts. Give me Adesanya, and I think this is going to be, one of Izzy's most exciting fights we've ever seen. Like, I think this will be up there with, like, the Gastelum fight. I think this is going to be a war for sure. Because, like you said, there's history involved. They don't like each other. And how everyone else is talking about how Izzy lost them 2 times in them kickboxing matches, but trust and believe that he's aware of that as well. So I think he comes in with that kind of approach. I think he brings the fight early.
In the press conference, he let it off. In the press conference, he was like, "Hey, he's got one up on me. He's got one here." So he's very open and very clear to what happened. I just think he's really eager to prove.
I think he's dialed in. Yeah, like I said, I think we'll get one of his best performances yet on Saturday, tomorrow night. Truly do. I think he puts on a show for us, and I'm gonna take Adesanya, and I think he's gonna stop him, and the later rounds, like 3-4. I don't see him just sparking him early, but I think like 3-4. I just see him stopping him. I just think he's in one of those special nights in the Garden. I just, what I'm saying. I think he, really, his stardom comes out, so to say. And I think it gives us a show. So I'm gonna take Adesanya, and a great fight though. I think it'll be a war. Pereira is no joke, though. I don't want people to think I'm just overlooking this guy because he's only had so many fights in the UFC. He definitely did kind of skip the line, so to say. He isn't really, other than the Strickland fight when he slept Strickland, doesn't have much noise in the UFC prior to that. But this is one of those.
He's knocked everybody out in the UFC, dog. He's knocked them all out. Baby girl, I definitely agree. JB would be on your side just because anybody with pink hair, nails, he can't rock with it. JB would have been on this show. He's on a flight to Vegas.
But I'm not a big fan of that stuff too, the outside stuff. But I'm talking about strictly cage work. Who I like to win when them two match up in a cage. What he does when he leaves the cage.
Well, you're not a 46-year-old man from fucking LA, so you don't have to have the same opinions as him.
Yeah, so I'm going to Israel.
We know who JB is.
What he does to his nails or what he puts around his neck don't got nothing to do with how he fights in the octagon. So give me Adesanya in I'm gonna say a 4th round stoppage.
Heck, no word, dog. Do your thing, get that money. We'll do it again in the morning. Boxing MMA keeps it real. Saw Alex knock a dude out. 10 minutes to wake up. Everyone thought he was dead. And that's what 10
he's no joke. He's definitely no joke.
That's kickboxing.
I'm not sleeping on it. But I think Izzy's greatness comes out Saturday night. I think his greatness comes out. I'm not sleeping on Pereira. He's no joke. Like, this is one of the first times in the first Izzy fight in a while where going into the fight, I think it's actually definitely a very good possibility that he loses. His last few fights, I never thought he was going to lose. Like the Cannonier fight, I never once thought he was going to lose that fight. The Costa fight, never thought he was going to lose. Like it's been a few. The Whitaker rematch, never thought Izzy was going to lose. This is the first time when I'm like, shit, like this dude can go in here and put Izzy's lights out. But I think Adesanya rises to the occasion. I really do. So I'm gonna go with Adesanya 4th round stoppage. You heard it here first.
You done?
I think so.
You're done. That's case closed.
Case closed. I'm not gonna overthink it. So that's it. The lips are sealed from now on. Adesanya 4th round stoppage. That's my prediction for the main event that we'll be treated to watch tomorrow night.
All right, let's get fucking serious here. Most people people take them off to get serious.
Put them on.
I put the bitch on.
Put that shit on.
Okay. I agree with everything you're saying. We know who Stylebender is. We know who Adesanya is. We've seen him. We've seen him do it. Okay, he's went from underdog. He's went from too skinny. Okay, representing for us to knocking everybody out. And a lot of people didn't want to bring the fight to Izzy. Okay, Izzy is a defensive counter striker extraordinaire. He proved a lot against Gastelum. He proved a lot against Costa. People we thought were going to take him down. Whitaker twice. We thought this, but so he has takedown defense. He has striking that doesn't allow you to get close enough to take him down. But I'm going to be honest with you, brother. Glasses on, real talk. I love Izzy. Fuck the head, fingernails, whatever you want to do, bro. I like women.
Facts.
This is the one person that Izzy is fighting that poses the threat that no one else has posed. Alex Pereira has fucking stones in his hands, and that's 12-ounce gloves. That's 10-ounce gloves. Imagine 4-ounce, bro. We've already seen it. Sean Strickland, as much as I hate that loudmouth motherfucker, I was so happy to see him get his ass knocked the fuck out. So happy. And it was a quick hook. It was a quick check hook. Nothing even serious. But the way Alex stands straight up, all power is in every punch. So much power. And Izzy, I love him a lot, but he's got to get close to you to deliver something. The Whitaker fight, he was trading blows and clipped him with one. I don't think Alex is going to go for that. And here we go. I can definitely see two things happening, Alex. I can see Izzy coming out and being super cautious, bro. Like, I want to make it seem like I'm going to come rock his shit, but now he's in my world. Now I get to really distance it because he has a much better level of control now. Izzy's changed since he's been in MMA. He's definitely developed, and he's fought the who's of who's at this point to where Pereira is not.
Yeah, Izzy don't shy away. He hasn't shied away from one fight. That's one thing I respect about him too. But this boy do got some heavy hands. The Brazilian got some heavy ass hands. You're absolutely right about that.
Knowing what we've seen this year, brother, history repeats itself. Momentum is real. It's a roller coaster. Kamaru Usman got slept. Conor McGregor slept twice. The shit has been shaken up in the fucking world, okay? Izzy has been one of them guys that have been untouched, unscathed. Besides the Jan fight, he went up. Besides that, he's really the golden boy, and he's just killing the game. I do not suspect him as someone that's going to take a break, take it off, not take it as serious. I think he knows this is his most serious fight of his fucking life. If he wins this one, he can retire. He won't, but he beat the guy who beat him, and he's had the belt, and he whooped all these little boys. What are we doing? On to the next. I'm going to be a movie star.
What else is there to talk about? Yeah, what else are we talking about?
Shades on, real talk, Wydoe. I'm going to say it right here. I think Azrael Adesanya is not going to get out of the way in time, and I think Alex Pereira will knock his ass out.
You think the world gets shocked again? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at this point, man. Like you said, you look at shit, man. A lot of these big names have been, and that's what the beautiful thing about the fight game is. There's no such thing as a guarantee in the fight game. Hey, I like it. I wouldn't have preferred it for us all to have the same picks all the way through. So at least we got.
Pereira. I got Pereira in this shit for real.
Okay. Does he knock him out?
By knockout.
You got him by knockout.
Yeah. There's no other way he's going to win that fight.
I think the longer the fight goes, the more to benefit Izzy as well.
100%. 100%. Even for Alex's style, he's very stand up. He's very straight up. And Izzy's going to tear that shit apart, no question. But I just feel like I have not seen Izzy have the one-punch knockout power outside of the Whitaker where he just clipped him. And they were already battling for a minute at that point. I really think Alex's power is devastating enough as it is, right? And since he's already fucking put you to sleep, you're going to be a little off easy. You're not going to want to feel it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
I'll take the bitches off so you can see me in my eyes. I got Alex Pereira.
The Brazilian, you're rocking with the Brazilian again. You went with him last time. It didn't work out for you. You're walking with the Brazilian.
I know.
You're dancing with the Brazilians again, my friend.
I know. I rocked with Oliveira. I rocked with
I got style better, man. I ain't switching. Shout out to Pereira. You know what I'm saying? I respect what he brings to the table. But I'm going Adesanya. I think greatness prevails. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, after this one, what's next? I'm looking around. I don't know what the fuck anybody else up there has for him. You know what I mean? So what's next after this? I think
John Jones went running. He went up to the Fat Boy League. So, that was always the talk, Izzy and John Jones.
Izzy and John Jones, right? If Izzy wins this fight, Waddle, is he the greatest middleweight of all time?
No. Middleweight? No. He takes a while.
Anderson Silva?
Yeah,
obviously.
Come on now. Silva did it 16
I
title
just want to test your temperature. I don't know who does Izzy
but
fight.
He's on
next?
that run. Izzy's on that run. He's on that run. And this is one of the guys, bro. This is one of the guys.
This is one of them ones. This is one of them ones.
This is his boogeyman.
This is the one.
This is the boogeyman.
Yeah, this is the one for him, 100%. This is the one. This is the one that's gonna make or break. I want to say make or break his legacy because I think he's already done enough to like you're saying, he's definitely like a Hall of Famer, all that. But this is the boogeyman for sure. That's the best way to put it. As if there's a guy that's gonna come stop the Izzy train in the middleweight division, it'd be Alex Pereira. So, sheesh. I can't wait.
Put him on one more time just to confirm.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't go back now, but once you say it live, it's locked in, it's cemented.
UFC 281. You heard it here first. Your boy Wydoe in the main event. I believe. Shout out to you, Stylebender. Izzy, you're my dog. But at the end of the day, this is a sport. I got to pick who I think. I think Alex Pereira is coming. And he's gonna clip one of those left hands. I can see him clipping him early.
Okay. Ooh. Hey, this is gonna be fun, man. I can't wait for tomorrow night.
Because as much as Izzy is great, dog, like the style that he fights in, I feel like is the perfect style for Alex to fight. That's what he wants, is an ex-kickboxer that's developed in MMA. So I almost feel like will Izzy show off unknown grappling skills? Will he bring it to the floor and expose Alex Pereira? You know what I'm saying? And that's a possibility. But we ain't got enough time to think about that, okay? It's a fucking opinion. We're not right. It doesn't matter. The motherfuckers are fighting tomorrow. I'm going with Brazilian.
That's the best part about it is we can sit up here and talk and debate little bits and pieces for hours, but that motherfuckers is going to fight tomorrow night. So we're going to find out soon enough. You know what I'm saying? What's what and what's what. What's what and what's that.
Well,
it is what it is.
I'm going and new.
And new. I'm going in still. So let's have some fun.
New.
Let's have
Carla.
some fun.
I want Carla to win the belt. She's going to retain it from me.
We got some
Poirier, Chandler. I'm going Dustin, but I hope we all win as fans and see a great fight here. So as long as we win as fans, that's where I'm most mad. Connor's my only person I sweat when I watch. Connor's the only person I get nervous for.
Isn't that crazy?
I feel damage when he gets hit and shit. Like, you fucking, what are you doing?
I get fucking goosebumps like when Connor, just because I'm such a fan. Like, you
that's
know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, fuck. I feel like I'm a part of, I'm in the corner or something like that is what it feels like. I literally feel like I'm in this corner. This fight I'm watching as a strictly fan. I'm an Adesanya fan, but I mean, I just want
to fight fan. So I want to win as a fight.
I'm a fight fan.
I want a great fight.
I want to see I want to see some bangers. So I'm going.
Frankie Edgar. This could be his last fight against Chris Gutierrez. I mean, in my opinion, Frankie just doesn't look the same. He looks so old. He looked okay in that damn weigh-in. He had a chest full of hair. He just looks like an older man.
I think he looks old out there. Even in the weigh-in, I thought he looked old, man. I think he's on his way out. And I don't see it. I think Frankie Edgar would. I think
he's only on the card because they're back in MSG. Okay, he's a real Jersey boy. Shout out to him, hometown hero. So I'd like to see him get a win, but I think hopefully he has a decision win. But
yeah, I got him losing for sure. But I mean, not like that. All respect to him. He's definitely had a great career. But I think, like you said, he's another one of those guys. He's kind of on his way out the door. He's got one foot out already. So it'd be cool to see him get like one last win in his hometown or almost his hometown. But I'm going to take the other guy. I'm going Claudio.
Me too.
I'm going
Dan Hooker do anything. Dominic Reyes. I think this is going to be the fight of the prelims, ladies and gentlemen. Not enough people are talking about it. Dominic Reyes, even though he's got 3 straight losses, he is a fucking highlight rim. Real.
Yeah, so
he brings the pressure.
He brings the fight. Yeah, he brings the show.
A mean left hand. A mean left hand too, man. Like
somebody's getting rocked. Yeah, I think he's a sleep dude. I think Reyes
Ryan
is good.
Spann, I'm pretty sure he's a knockout artist too. I'm pretty sure he's rolling.
Someone's getting knocked out on that one. I would guess someone's getting.
In my opinion, for Reyes, this is a win or get cut fight. So
yeah, that's how I view it too. So let's
and maybe the fan favorite fight after
the meatball.
Okay? This might be the fan favorite fight Saturday or Sunday morning after it's all over because Molly McCann always brings it Okay, the real Scouser from Liverpool.
Hey, I tell you,
A
they gonna
plus
be going
310
crazy.
underdog, Alan. If I'm betting, bro, I'm hammering
Listen,
it. Come on now. Give me the
if Molly
280 fight.
wins,
I'm cashing out.
Molly wins, the Scousers are going to be losing their fucking mind.
Oh, yeah.
They are going to be losing
Patty
their
might not
mind.
even be there. He's training. He might. Hopefully, he is there, but he might not
He's
be
going to
training.
fight
He's
next
he's gonna
month.
lose all
His fight's in the States, though, so he could
get
already be
on.
in the States. So his fight's in Vegas next month. First time in the States, so he might be there. That'd be dope to see him there.
Very true, brother. Well, hey, it's a great fight. We're coming up at 45 minutes. I can't wait till we see it tomorrow. We probably will do a little morning show. Got to get Hector on here. Capo betting, Stat Lab, get his predictions in. He's working tonight, so
Look forward to the fireworks.
hey, brother, it's going down on money.
That's it, baby.
Tomorrow, it is what it is. We'll be together for the fight. I might do a fight watch along. Who knows? I'll put a poll out. If people want me to do that, we can do that. Sometimes it's cool.
That'll be
Obviously, I
fun.
can't show the fight, but I'll have the fight there. I can watch it, react, and I do get into it. So if shit happens, I will be running through the walls, taking shots. Who knows?
Yeah, that's it. Hey, man. It's going to be fun tomorrow night, man. Expect to see some fireworks if you're a fan. So that's it. I appreciate you having me on, Big Wydoe. Like I said, we'll watch the fight tomorrow, and then we'll see how our predictions roll out, man. We'll see how everything plays out. Beautiful thing is now them boys got to go out and fight. The boys and ladies got to go out and fight. So we'll see what happens. Looking forward to it.
We'll see if we know what the fuck we talking about.
Yeah, exactly. But
All right, Bunny, brother. I appreciate you
appreciate you
coming
having me
on,
on,
as
brother, as
always.
always. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
One the only. That's backcourt talk, my brother. My point guard, Allen Bundy, money man, millionaire. I got my shades on and shit. I do that when it's real talk, okay, people? When we're getting real, put the shades on, no distractions, giving it to them real. And it's probably just an excuse for me to put my glasses on, so we'll just go with that. Now, before we get out of here, I must do a nice shout out. Shout out to my brother Robert, Bobby, however you know him as, Robert Blake. Okay, his brand, Trap on Wheels. You already know how to get my pick up. I'm not a hat guy, okay? I can't even I got a weird ass I got a big ass head, so I can't be a skater dude, but I will represent my brother's brand as always. And tomorrow night, we will be at the Set Show. Shout out to Down the Barrel TV, the Set Production. We will be going live from the Wydoe podcast. So a bunch of artists, we'll see what they can do. If they're fucking up too much, I'll jump on stage and save the day. So everybody tuning in live, I appreciate you, baby girl. NYC Boxing MMA 365. I know my brother Devo was here. You guys heard it first. Now I'm going with the underdog. I'm going with the and new. I love Style Bender, but I just think we're going to get shocked here. Hopefully the fans win. I hope you guys have a great night. And most importantly, you know what's coming. It's the Wydoe podcast. How you living? How are you living? I hope you're having a great day, a great week, a great month, but most importantly, a great year and a great fucking life. But it's all perspective. It's all up to you. Someone's got it better. Someone's got it worse. Make it up to yourself and let's do it. Let's have a great day, a great weekend. Feel good Friday. You already know. Slapdick Whiskey in the building. Shout out to JB, only the real. Have a great time in Vegas, my brother. And yeah, I will be live tomorrow from the Set Show. See some artists, hear some loud music. It'll be dope. It'll be cool. I'll be interviewing some people, see what the fuck we're talking about. It'll be awesome. Shout out to my cat jumping on the live. That's the babies. And as you know, UFC 281 live tomorrow from MSG. And if I don't see you, I appreciate you tuning in. And if you didn't watch live, I appreciate anybody watching moving forward. I'll edit some clips out. I'll put another video out once it happens. We see what our records are. We'll see how well we did, how bad we were. You never know. Till next time, it is your boy Wydoe, and I appreciate you tuning in. As always.
Wide.
I think so. That's what he said.
WHUDO.
Wide.
Oh, and I'm rolling while I drink. I hope that I can get your number and your name. I'm rolling backwards with a bottle of Bombay, and I might let the liquor speak just to see if I finally found the freak. Cause I'm rolling while I drink. I hope that I can get your number and your name. I'm rolling backwards with a bottle of Bombay, and I might let the liquor speak just to see if.
Thank you, Wydoe.